Hello everybody, and today we are going to be playing another game, ship-related game actually, sinking ship Roblox Britannic. Now, today I'll be playing in fairly high quality graphics, although I do not want to turn it up so that my computer dies and that's really bad quality, so we are just going to stick with this amount of rendered graphics. Anyway, let's get right into it. So I think we'll start at, well, let's start at the bow and give ourselves a little tour. Well, as you can see, I've joined a little late. The ship is actually already sinking, but let's at least try and tour around as quickly as possible. So on Britannic, you'll have the bow, which is a pretty great area. But it's pretty detailed, as you can see. It's got a lot of these chains and stuff, which you'll also find on the other game that the developers made, Roblox Titanic, which I highly recommend. I hope I can make a review on that soon. As you can see, there's a lot of water in there, but accurately, the ship is still running at a reasonable amount of speed, although I think it's about to stop now because of the bow going underneath. Yeah, there you are. But let's go up to the superstructure and take a little tour around that area. Now, this model is a lot less detailed, I would say, than for say the Roblox Titanic model. But I will admit that they did, as long as you have a good amount of graphics, you'll see a lot of these hospital beds spawning in and all of that sort of stuff. Now, as you go up, as you can see, this is cluttered with hospital beds. And then up here, as you can see, there are davits. Now, these davits were like an exclusive thing for Britannic, as they could, on the normal Olympic and Titanic, they had these just normal well-in davits that's just swung out like normal. But basically, on Britannic, you find these lots of, people say, lifeboat cranes sometimes when they talk about the well-in davits. Or not the well-in davits, the gantry davits. But yeah, you'll also be able to find a switch on the bridge that allows you to honk the horn of the ship. Now that doesn't work right now because there's no steam because we're sinking. You also have working telegraphs, which they won't work because the ship is sinking. You also have a working steering wheel. And I've been playing this game for a fairly long time, so I know my way around. But yeah, as you can see, the ship is sinking really fast. So I think I better just head over here first, just get this place out of the way first. So as you can see in here, you've got the first class grand staircase. Now it's not as grand as it's supposed to be, you know, but it's still sort of grand. Now, I am aware that there is water making its way over here, so I might stay away from here. As you can see, it's literally just down there. On, what deck are we on? We are on, that is B, that's B deck, and we're at, that's A deck, and then this, so, yeah. So that was C deck we were looking at. Oh yes, I also wanted to point out the collapsible boats. They're pretty accurate. As you can see, the water is actually made its way onto the bridge. So I think it's about time we make our way out of here. But yeah, as you can see, it's a pretty detailed model, although it is missing a few minor details. I would rather have this model on the Titanic game. As much as it's not as worked on, it has more interiors and it's a bit more functional, so that's why it wins me over. But other than that, I'd rather the Titanic model. And yes, I'm going to do a review on that. Now, I might actually be able to show you how these davits work if I can launch this lifeboat. Actually, I might just... Hold on, if I lower that, because basically to lower and launch a lifeboat, you can, like, it's the same as Titanic. You can be anyone, but to actually operate the davits, you have to actually have the crew member or captain pass. That's kind of a rule. Yeah, I think this list is a bit too hard to launch any lifeboats on the port side of the ship, so I don't really know what I'm doing over here. I think that's... Oh! There's the first funnel gone. Oh yeah, also if you buy crew member or captain pass, you get extra speed buffs and stuff. So that's kind of why I got that. But yeah, as you can see, she is sinking rapidly. Oh yes, I also wanted to point this out. So as you can see, beside the dome casings, there's this massive box. Now, most people would be wondering what's inside of this box. Well, actually, I'm just gonna walk away and tell the story. But basically, on Britannic, it had elevators going up to the boat deck. You see, on Titanic, the elevators only went up to around A deck. I say around, that's literally where they go up to. But on this model, they go up to boat deck, which is pretty sweet. I don't know if it's the same for the second class staircase. As far as I know, that's pretty incomplete. Last time I played this game, it was pretty incomplete. Yeah, out of bounds for playings, coming soon. But yeah, it's still functional, like sort of, but it's not historically accurate. Also over here, you have a docking bridge. Now, this is what I like about this ship. It actually does have the stuff for the docking bridge. On Titanic, it's a different story. It does not have anything for the docking bridge. It's just a big, almost extra deck just sitting on top of the stern for absolutely no reason. But yeah, this also has functioning telegraphs and a wheel. But as you can see, it's pretty radical. Now, there is another game pass I like to show everybody, which is the rescue ship game pass. But I don't have the game pass myself, but it is definitely, you can actually earn the ships by playing the game and surviving the Britannic sinking. But yeah, so as you can see, I might try and show you how to do a lifeboat launch, but I think I'll just leave that for you to look at yourself. But it's pretty simple. Although one thing I think, if I was gonna give advice to the game developers, it would be make the deck a little less cluttered. Now I know I sound like Bruce Ismay whenever I say that, but I'm being serious. It's literally such a pain to get around with all these thin walkways. Like, look at that. What kind of person could squeeze a Roblox player going forward through that gap? Like, do you see my point? Like, VVG really needs to look at this. And it's, as much as it's historically accurate, for gameplay purposes, it's awful. It's just awful. I am now on the side of the ship. That's the second class promenade. Okay. Oh yeah, wait, so they have opening gangways on this ship. I did not know that. I'm gonna close that. And I'm also gonna close this, because that was just a test. Let's see. Oh my gosh, this is... Listing the starboard so hard. Keep getting my port and starboard mixed up. And yes, I'm making another official video soon. Don't worry, I'll make one of those in a minute, or not in a minute, soon. Right now I'm spending a Sunday night playing Roblox instead of doing my homework, which I am meant to be doing my homework right now if you hadn't already guessed. My mom has just looked at me. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, there goes the last funnel. Oh my goodness. There goes the last funnel. I'm gonna stay on board because I'd rather keep... So whenever I'm not recording, I'll stay off because I want to survive. But, oh my god. I want to stay on for a little while. Until it goes down, I want to stay on. Because it's more interesting when you stay on. And I probably shouldn't have yelled whenever I said I'm playing games instead of my homework. Because now I'm probably going to get grounded. But I don't really care right now. As Britannic is sinking, and I'd rather save the people on there than have to worry about getting grounded. But I will probably just do my homework after this recording. So there is a guy standing on top of the propeller shaft area. That is GG, man. Oh, goodness gracious. Right, okay. Let's stay on the ship. Instead of slipping off like a rag doll. Let's see. Yeah, so the ship is almost just completely capsized. It's almost just completely on its side. But I don't know, as far as I know, Britannic just goes straight down at this point. Because she hits the bottom, and then the rest of the ship is kind of resting, so it's kind of heading in this direction whilst it's falling, as you can see. That is incredible, man. And just like that, the HMHS Britannic has sank. I said sank at the perfect time. That was in clutch. Alright, everybody. Whilst I stand on these rocks, I am probably just going to end the video here because I have homework to do. But if you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like and also make sure to comment. And yeah, I'll see you later.